Good morning, good afternoon, lovelies. Um, I want to do a quick video before Jojo comes home and sucks up all of my time and energy. Yes, so um, I've been receiving a lot of emails and communication about something I had discussed, which is NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, and I received a few emails about, how, discussing it publicly has helped a lot of people. And I mentioned before that I wrote a book dealing with the subject because it's a very difficult subject to master. Hey, Sekhmet, how are you? Yeah, it's a very difficult subject. So before I go into the comments, I'm going to talk a little bit more about steps to recover from it, okay? So you can always Google search online and find out what exactly is NPD, what is narcissistic personality disorder. Um, Honestly, there's the word is thrown around so much now, like this person's a narc, that person's a narc, this person is a narcissist. But what I have, how I've come to terms with it is that I would call it demon possession. It is a type of demon that occupies the human spirit of people that are close to other people, and that the purpose of that demon is to destroy lives. So everything about this person, it's all about them. Even when they're hurting you, it's all about them. It's about what they want to do, when they want to do, disregard for your feeling and your emotional well-being and your spirit, your happiness. They don't care about that. They only care about them and how you make them feel and how you make them happy. And they will do virtually anything for attention that is turned towards them. So whether that is having affairs or abusing drugs or whatever, it's feeding something that can never be satisfied. And to me, that is a demon. But um, in order to take to you healing from that, you're never going to be completely healed from that kind of pernicious abuse because it's it's a kind of in pervasiveness that you won't see happening, and how they possess and control you and the jealousy of you and over you and the manipulating and the lying and the gaslighting and making you feel like something is wrong with you and these things, right? And playing and just lying. So I wanted to address this. So this is, if this is not for you, I mean, this has nothing to do with repatriation and nothing to do with Africa. But it was a subject that I wrote on extensively before, and I've answered at least 400 questions on Quora. So if you're dealing with this NPD, you'll find a Quora community that discusses narcissistic personality disorder, dealing with narcissistic parents, dealing with narcissistic spouses, and I was very active in answering questions in regards to that. And the reason why I kind of stepped away from that is I don't feel like I was dealing with my own healing because I was hurt when I was answering questions, writing books. I was going through my own experience. So what I want to talk to you about is the steps that you need to take to deal with this kind of abuse. Number one, you need to end the relationship. No matter how invested you are in the relationship, there is nothing more valuable than your peace of mind and your mental well-being. As I mentioned before, I experienced a brain tumor, and because of that kind of relationship, my tumor was at least 90% caused by stress. Okay, So on the day when I realized that I was being killed because of the stress of that relationship, I took steps to immediately eject myself from that. I disentangled business, everything. I'm one of those people. Some people can do it, some people can't, but I've learned to master this because of how I grew up. Is I can sever a relationship. I will never have to see you again. I'll never have to talk to you again. I know how to do that very, very well. Once I feel that you are threatening the essence of my well-being, I am going to sever that relationship completely. Okay. And that's something that people who are struggling with narcissistic personality disorders, disorder types, victims of narcissistic personality disorder, that's something you're going to have to master doing, is being able to cut off ties completely. The person never existed. It is hard. The longer you're in the relationship, the deeper the entanglements, children, everything makes it more difficult. Hey, Sophia. I'm why don't call me. Don't call me. I'm not going to say to you. Anywho, is to eject yourself completely from those types, those kinds of people. Anyone who is in your life that makes you feel low about yourself, you have to eject yourself as fast as you possibly can. Change your number. Do anything and the black screen. But the hey Tony, yeah, so the best thing that you can possibly do for yourself is you have to get away. Okay, do some reading about it. You have to get away. That's number one. And number two, you have to focus on your healing and your mental well-being. You are going to be shocked at how much of you this person took, and how much they devalued you, and how much they undermined you, and how much they took you for granted. You're going to be shocked at how much of you no longer exists. It's going to be like a puzzle, and then you're going to have pieces missing. Okay, and you're going to have to work really, really hard at rehabilitating those pieces back into your consciousness. Okay, and that might include spending time alone, reading, exercising, eating properly, sleeping well at night, knowing how to turn your phone off, knowing how to shut down if you need to, knowing how to close doors if you need to, but spending time and finding joy in the things that are there to find joy in life. If you have children, you find joy in your children. If you have health, you find joy in your good health. If you got some money in the bank, find joy in that. But if you have been in a relationship with someone who takes so much from you that you don't remember those things, then you're going to realize that there's a shadow over you, and you're going to have to work hard to remove that shadow. The next thing, sorry. So the next thing is, excuse me. Yeah, so the next thing that you really want to pay attention to is the key factor in narcissistic personality disorder. There is narcissism, which is just people who are just completely self-centered and they don't care about your feelings, or they're just what's the word? They're just very self-engrossed. Okay, that's probably most people. Okay, but narcissistic personality disorder is a completely different animal than someone who just likes themselves a whole lot and talks about themselves all the time. It is a behavior, a pattern of behavior that consistently devalues everything and everyone around them in order to feel a sense of superiority above them and to them, no matter what you do or how well you do it, no matter how much you weigh or how much you don't weigh or how much you have in the bank. There is a pattern of behavior that consistently devalues and undermines you and your very being. And their whole entire purpose of being with you is because it does something for them. Okay? So you have that's the key thing you have to pay attention to is devaluation. And if you can follow that pattern of devaluation throughout the course of the relationship, whether the person is a mother, an auntie, a sister, a brother, a husband, a wife, then you are on the path to understanding more about the dynamics of how this person thinks. Now, the thing that you have to understand first and foremost, it is not you. It's not you. On the day when you wake up and you realize that, hallelujah, it is not you, that you are the sane one and you've been made to think that you are insane or made to think that you are stupid or made to think that you were jealous or made to think that you were you're just thin skinned and insecure and things like that. On the day when you understand that, oh, it's not me, it's them, on that day you're going to have to start journaling, writing things down properly. What happened, when it happened, how it happened, and so you can begin to understand for the pattern of the relationship. Because I am not in your relationship with you. Your friends and your mother and other people are not in that relationship with you. Only you are there in the privacy of your home, experiencing what is really happening firsthand. And you will forget things. You will forget things. You'll see things and you'll make a mental note of it, but you'll forget it. And then when something comes to revelation, you're gonna go like, oh, but you don't remember. So write these things down so that you can have a better grasp on exactly what it is that you are seeing and what you're going through. Look for the pattern of devaluation. They cannot survive without devaluation. Look for the pattern of extreme highs and extreme lows. Look for those patterns. Look for the patterns of stories that don't add up, and the things that tick off your female or your male intuition. Okay. Hello, Anna. Hey, y'all. I'm having a whole entire conversation about something that has nothing to do with repatriation, but I'm getting a lot of emails because I mentioned and I spoke about surviving malignant narcissism. And I had started a YouTube channel and I was helping people on Quora, but it wasn't helping me to heal because I felt like I was talking about the subject too much, too often. But somehow, women have caught what I was saying and sent me emails and communicated with me about it, um, and sent me, messages on chats and things like that. So I know it's something that a lot of people are dealing with. Okay. The other thing, because we're talking about surviving an emotional depleting experience, you are you're emaciated. You have been starved. Hey, Julie, how are you? You have been starved of any real affection or attention or genuine love towards yourself. You have to recognize that you have not been given the things that make you feel whole, that make you feel good about yourself. And this is dangerous territory because that depletion of love and care and affection will lead you to spending, promiscuity, being in the streets all night, doing all different kinds of things that you don't need to be doing. So that you have been depleted, the human nature is going to ask, it is going to demand that you get something. You need some kind of attention, you need some kind of gratification. And there are very, very good ways of getting it without self-destruction. One way for me is art. Art allows me, whether I'm buying art, making art, painting art, or doing something with my hands, or sewing, or cooking, or baking, whatever it is that I can do to give myself an end result of something to say, aha, I didn't waste this whole entire day feeling unloved and unwell and unhappy, and my nature was completely depleted. I can say I baked some cookies today and I gave them to the neighbors. And those are the things I used to do in America, right? You have to do something to give you your sense of respect. Without that sense of respect, you are only going to continue down the pattern by which this person sent you. And no one, you are a child of God. No one has the power. No one has the power to say who you are or what you are or what you will become, but the creator and your heart. No one does that to you or for you. Okay? So don't let a bad situation make you into a bad person. And don't let a bad situation put you in a place that you can't get out from. Okay? Don't let, because somebody was out there hoeing in the street, makes you into a hoe. No, you are better than that. And so you have to find a way to give yourself short-term and long-term gratification for the things that were taken from you. Okay? One of the ways is you can take yourself, thank you, treasure, beautiful. One of the ways are is courses. Find a course. Invest in yourself. Give yourself a little something. You know. Another way is exercise and eating well and gaining back. You're gonna think I'm nasty for this. Should I tell you? Should I tell you? Okay, I'll tell you. So after I left a depressingly terrible, horrible situation, I told myself every time I went to the bathroom, every dump I took, I was I was thinking I was getting rid of him. That's how, because he put so much into me, he put so much negativity into me, that every single time I took a dump in the toilet, I was like, I'm getting rid of you. Okay. And I put myself on a weight loss journey, that every pound I lost, I was 1 pound less than him, than the heavy that he put on top of me. Okay. Thank you, Tonya. Thank you, Tony. Yes. So everything. So I'm telling you the little things that if you are still in the relationship and you're still living with a person, help you, because there is going to be a point where you're going to start popping out your neck and you're not going to have it. There is going to be a point. There's too much information now. There are too many books now. There's too much programs now that talks about these things, that illuminates these things, that if you are in that relationship and you recognize that something is wrong and you go searching for the information, you will likely find exactly what is going on. Okay, you will find that something is wrong with your picture. And once you find out that something is wrong with your picture, you are going to start standing up for yourself. And when you start standing up for yourself, possessive, manipulative, controlling, jealousy, narcissistic types cannot stand that. So you are going to be in a position where you are living with your demon, you're eating with your demon, you're sleeping with it in the bed next to you morning, noon, and night, and it is going to try to continue to do things to provoke you, gaslight you, and put you in a position to make you consistently defend yourself. You're going to become an aggressive person, an angry person, and you're going to take that everywhere with you because the person depletes you in such a way that you are consistently on the defensive in your home. And if you're on your defensive in home, that means you're on your defensive in the street. You're going to be a nasty friend. You're going to be a nasty sister. You're going to be a nasty, crotchety aunt. Nobody's going to want to be around you. And so this is how that demon sucks the life out of you. It literally turns you into what they are, a shell, a shadow, a poor example of a human being. The challenge is to go beyond that. That is what they did to you. You don't have to be what they do to you. You shouldn't be ashamed of what someone else chose to do to you. So the most important thing is you need to talk. You need to talk. You need to let somebody that you trust know what's going on, either your auntie, your sister, your brother. Don't end up on ID Discovery dead and people don't know how it happened. Let people know what is going on in your life. And the more that you see, the narcissist survives under the threshold of secrecy. So people who, I'm not going to call myself a victim, but what I will say is people who have victimized others in that pernicious way that I'm talking about, they thrive on your secrecy and your silence. They thrive on your sense of shame. They thrive on your fear of letting other people know what's happening to you. They need that. They need the privacy, your sense of privacy and your sense of dignity, and you can't allow other people to see you as weak, and you can't allow other people to know that this is happening to you. That is exactly what they need. So you are going to have to do the complete opposite, either publicly or privately. It needs to be aired out in a way that people know, and not in a way that they can apologize to only you and keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Yes, Josie, see that? Josie said isolation and manipulation. That's exactly how the demon works, okay? And I'm telling you that it's a demon because there's no cure for it. No amount of therapy. There is no shock therapy. There is no lobotomy. There is no therapy. Jackson Jojo is here. There's no therapy that is going to fix them. They are depending on you to consistently forgive them, and they can continue to do what they're doing because the situation is comfortable for the lifestyle that they want to live. Okay? Watch. Be careful. So if you have managed to extricate yourself from the situation, it's hard, especially if you have children with this person. It is much harder, okay? But if you don't have children with this person, by all means, by God, get you away to high ground, cut off the contact, cut off the communication, change your phone number, change anything you need to change. Just let yourself know that there is more for you, there is better for you, and there's no way to get it unless you move forward. There is no way to get better until you move forward. There's nothing is going to change about your situation until you change. And yes, that means being somebody else to deal with that situation. Okay? And how I deal with it, I have two people. I have Renee. Yes. Finally, a random person on the subject and not another expert. This subject has ruled my life. I fear it's epidemic among her since. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Josie. But I have two ways of dealing with it. I have Renee and I have Jamaican Renee. Now, Jamaican people don't really take nothing. Them will take my shit and chop you up and take the pot cover and beat you and throw water upon you in the bed and them something there. So that's a Jamaican Renee. Okay? So normal Renee well, it's nice and everything is cool and everything is fine, right? And there is a time when I have to go get Jamaican Renee because Jamaican Renee can't have that. She's not going to have it. She's the person who will defend Renee. Okay? So it's not a split personality, it's just another dimension of my character to deal with the things that will inevitably come. Okay? And you're gonna have to find a Sophia laugh. You're gonna have to find that in yourself that no, I'm not having this. I'm not having this. Don't worry about why is it always happening to me and why are they doing this to me. No, 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 no. They're doing it to that person. You need to go find the Jamaican you somewhere who'll chop up somebody. Hi, Jojo. You need to find the Jamaican you somewhere who is going to say no, hell no. Hello, Jojo. How you doing? How's your day? Can I get a kiss? How was your day? Give me a kiss. Kiss, kiss. Yes. Mm. No, no, it's an important life. Okay, well, I'm going in the car. Go and change. I'm going in the car. Change your clothes and I'll get you food. It will be on the table by the time you come down. Go. Did you get the fish?
No fish.
They're still preparing it. Okay. All right. All right, go change your clothes. I'll get it ready for you. I don't know how. Well, man, the talk was getting good too. Bread and eggs. I don't have bread. We don't keep bread in the house. We don't eat bread. Anyway, so while she's changing, let me hurry up and finish up the talk. Yeah, so you're gonna have to find a dimension in your personality, okay, that doesn't accept that kind of behavior from anyone, and it doesn't accept any crap from you. Okay, you have to stop taking crap from you. You have to talk to yourself about you and your behavior. They're not going to change until you change, and the world isn't going to change for you until you change the way you think, the way you act, the way you respond to things, the way you react to people, and the way that they would like to treat you. Okay, so you can be yourself, nice and lovely. You can be your empathetic self that will give and give and give and give and give, but you also have to have that dimension of your personality that will not allow anyone to take advantage of the sweet person that you are. You're going to have to find that person. You're going to have to make that person, create that character, do what you got to do, name it, do it, stamp it or something. But you have to have that person in your character to remind you of yourself. Okay? Because, you know, we were all created by the same creator who gave us a purpose. Sometimes these people were created to sharpen us against them. Sometimes we are the example by which they will learn. Okay, but you have to have that person in your character that says, no, not today, not next month, not next year. We all have collective memory. Whoever it is that is doing you up in a life, remember, there was a time when somebody else did you up and you got over it. Just remember, there was a time when somebody else tried it and they didn't get what they wanted. Just remember, right? So you have to have that person, your character, because if you don't, while you're still in the relationship, even after you leave the relationship, you're not going to have the dimensions to deal with it all. You are going to descend in a place that says, why me? How come me? Why them do me this? You're going to have to go and rescue yourself from there and go, no. Okay? So yes, Jamaican and Zambia, listen. So that's what I have for the steps to take for JoJo's up there acting. I don't know. for the steps to take for recovering from NPD. Okay, so I know I got a couple of emails on this, and I'm going to put this here in the comment that this would be helpful for some people. Okay. What's okay? So I put something here, right? Yeah, Josie, you're gonna have to get out of the dark place, and you're gonna have to go get you. Okay, only you can go get you out of that place because no one else is going to understand what that is. You can talk to you brew in the face, but no one else will understand. And this is why journaling, writing things down, and taking mental notes of things is very important. Very important. So to reiterate, all that. So this is a video that this channel is a very good channel. This is a video if you're going through what I'm talking about, as some of you have emailed me and sent me messages that you have, you know, and particularly the lady who said that I maybe saved her life. She probably sent that a week ago and I just saw it today. But this is something that will be useful and valuable if you can write that down or copy that down. Just watch it over and over and over again until you get yourself to a place where you feel strength in yourself. Okay. And the last but not least, only you can rescue you. So you're going to have to come up with tactics and strategies. Watch this video that I just made over and over and over again. Listen to it. Listen to the things that I've said. Look for certain patterns in the behavior, and then you can understand the demon better. Sometimes the demons are set upon us to distract us, to take us from our path and take us from our purpose of creation. Okay, and so that's that. As far as I see, that's what that is. It's a specific demon designed for a specific purpose. And unfortunately, a lot of us have experienced this, and it's now a popular subject because it is a real thing, and most people in America have been too ashamed. Most people everywhere have been too ashamed to even talk about the things that has happened to them at the hands of others. But it is a consistent pattern of behavior that you have to look out for. Let me see. Yes. Yes, so Josie says something very interesting, and I discussed that in the book. Josie says, have you noticed a similarity in Babylon's ways? Yeah, so it's a narcissistic culture. That is the very first thing I dealt with, was the culture of narcissism, the culture of me and me and me and me, and I'm so beautiful, I'm so great, and trample over everyone, and the capitalistic mentality that is in that culture is what develops this mindset, okay? And what develops that typography of behavior and this pattern of behavior, because it's intrinsic to the culture, okay? And those who follow the culture and adapt the ways of the culture. So I'm not saying it's not other places, I'm just saying it's also a very big factor in the culture, right? So those are, I don't know what's going on with JoJo, right? So those are some of the things that you need to develop your strength. Okay, God, conscious, and Satan is the absence of it. Oh, okay, yes. So Josie put something here for a book. I see the link to book actually helped me discover layers in the book. God equals consciousness and Satan is the absence of it. Yes, absolutely. That's what it is. So these people operate from a place that has no conscience. It's a, what's the word? It's there is no conscience. There is no, I shouldn't do this because this. I shouldn't do that because of this consequence. And therefore, their offenses are especially egregious because it doesn't take into account any kind of conscience. It doesn't take into account that maybe I shouldn't do that to my husband because my husband is a good man and he's done this and done that. There is an absence of conscience, okay? And so the behavior, the pattern of behavior is more about them and their impulses rather than protecting you and your needs or your relationship despite what you have contributed. So it has nothing directly to do with you. Okay. And unfortunately, like I said before Jojo came in, there is no lobotomy, there is no cut therapy, there is no training, there is none of that for NPD. However, um, the only thing that you can do for someone like that is to completely remove yourself. Okay? The people who suffer from NPD are not the people who are in the therapist's office. They're not the people who are in who are getting the electroshock therapy and the lobotomy. Those are not the people who are on the antidepressants and who have weight issues and who have all of these issues. They're not losing sleep at night. They're sleeping very well. The people who are on the antidepressants and the sleep medication and in the therapist chair are the victims of these people. They only create victims. They have nothing in their mind clicks to the point where, oh, that could be me. Well, I have a problem. I'm going to get some help, you know? Whereas we who have been victimized by those types, we are in shock and disbelief of the egregious, disgusting lowness of their behavior. So those are the people who lose sleep at night, gain weight, have all different kinds of problems because they're stressed out based on what someone else has done to them. And this is why your mental well-being is of extreme importance. You have to get away. You will drag yourself, or they will drag you down into a hole from which you cannot crawl out of. So I'm going to put the link that I just put here again. Okay, so you can follow that link. All right. So, like I said, in this day and age, there is enough information out there. People call it a mental disorder. I call it demon. I call it the demon possession. And, it seems like the demons like to possess people that are close enough to. Hi, hello. You can throw a frisbee in the yard. You can ride your bike. Yes. Yes. So I'm going to give you some come on snack. Did Jackson get the coconut for you? Okay, let me attend to my baby. Okay. So eggs. I can make eggs, but we don't have bread. I don't eat bread. You don't eat. You want chapati? Eggs and chapati? Okay, I'll go make eggs and chapati. Lord God Almighty. Okay, yes. So I'm gonna go make eggs and chapati at 4:30 in the afternoon for JoJo. That's what she wants. Um, I've been absent for a few days. I was at the Exodus house yesterday cooking up oxtail and them something there, and we're just having a nice good old time. But yeah, yes, dear, we are going to Exodus house. We're going now. Your frisbee? Oh, okay. Say hello. Someone says hi, Jojo. Say hi. Oh. And be careful of the pretty people who know to make themselves cry for no reason. Anywho, yes. So I hope that helps to the young lady who left me the message and the people who have been emailing me. I've read your email. I understand you, and that's why I did this live today so that you can have something that you can refer to. Okay, so it's very difficult, right? It's thank you, and thank you, Anna. It's very difficult. It's not something that um, you know that you can actually put your put your finger on it all the time and say this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Because I mean, nothing, no relationship is perfect, and people are crazy as hell. But there is a certain type of behavior that you have to be conscious of, and that is the number one thing you need to look out for is devaluation. Okay, all right. I hope that helps y'all. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna do another live later on. I'm going to the Exodus house. I hope my guest is ready today. We had a good time yesterday, just talking and hanging out. So I don't know if she's back, but I want to go see the house. I'm excited to go there nowadays. The cement seats look good. Everything looks good. Um, so I'm gonna go out there and hang out for a little bit. She said, but not the children that push her. Okay. All right. See y'all soon. Bye bye. I'm doing another one later on today. Bye.